The next gadget here. Okay, I show you the charger, the charging cable before. So this is the charger for the batteries, for the receiver batteries. So you put them in accordingly, then you plug them into your extension box for them to charge. We have two chargers as well, one for the base and one for the rover. So I made mention of external radio. So this is your external radio kit. As you can see here, these are our external radio kits. So we have the channels information as well. We have it here. So that's how you use it. So I'll still take you through everything. Don't worry. You don't need to bother. If everything seems to be new to you, you don't need to worry. Definitely we will get there and take it there. So I also have my controller for RTK mode. This is the controller that you're gonna use for your RTK mode. And some people used to call it data logger. If you recall, most people will say controller, most people will say data logger. So whichever one you choose, whichever one is convenient for you, so you can choose. So this is what you will use. This is the gadget you will use to operate your equipment whenever you want to use RTK mode. However, you can still make use of it during your static mode, but then the only thing you can do with it is just to monitor your equipment, the number of satellite that your equipment has acquired. So alright, I'm going to power it off right now because we're not going to make use of it now. I'm sorry if I'm too fast, but it is for your own good. I just want to make this thing to be snappy as possible. I don't want to make a lengthy video. So okay, we also have a small gadget here, which is your spindle. Yeah, and what I have here with me is tri-brack. So and the one I have here with me is detachable. In some equipment, the tri-brack that you will see there or that you will come across will be in a single unit like this. It might not be detachable just like this, but based on the manufacturer's discretion, they made this one to be detachable. The way iPhone made their phones is different from the way other manufacturers made their phone. So everybody improvises in one way or the other. So the tripod that I have here with me, it has a lot of components, different kind of components, like I said. So I'm going to take you through the components one after the other. So the one at the lower portion here, this first one here that I'm touching right now, this is the tri-brack plates. Now the next one to it are the full screws. We have 3 full screws. These black ones, they are the full screws. So you make use of them when you are doing your leveling operation, and some people also use it. They make use of it when they are doing their centering operation. It depends on your level of dexterity, how perfect you could be, your skills when you are doing all these things. There is no single method. There is no method that is restricted to how you're going to do all these things. Maybe someone might come today and tell you that if you want to center, you can only make use of your plumber. And another person will come tomorrow and tell you that when you want to center, you should only make use of your optical plumage. So there is no single method when it comes to all these things. You can diversify. You can just devise your own means of doing things. It depends on how skillful you are. So the full screws are basically used. Pardon me. The full screws are basically used for leveling operation, and we have here the next one to it we have the locking knob. The locking knob. You know, when I brought the tri-bag out of the box, you know, it was detached, not in a single unit like this. You know, when I put it back here, this was what I used to lock it so that it will be in a single unit, and it will not, and the top will not fall off. So this is the locking knob, and we have here the circular bubble. Some people will call it fisheye bubble, some will call it bull's eye. So it is used for your leveling operation. Also, we have here plate bubble, which is also used for leveling operation. So what else? We have here the optical plummet. On the optical plummet, we still have like two or three component parts on it as well. You know, this is the eyepiece that I'm gonna use to look through. There is a prism in this tri-bag that will help you to be able to see what is on the ground. So that is what you make use of when you are trying to center. When you are trying to center on a station, on a control station, on a pillar, on a monument, whatever it is that you're trying to set your instrument on. So this is the eyepiece, and we have the eyepiece knob that you will use, you know, to clear the parallax. You know, there's something we call parallax error. So this is what you will use, as well as this. So for you to be able to achieve a bright picture of your control points. So having said that, we also have the horizontal lock. If you unscrew this, you'll be able to rotate the equipment. You'll be able to rotate this upper part. You'll be able to rotate it. This one is stiff anyways. So if you unscrew, you'll be able to rotate it. And if you don't want it to rotate, you just lock it. So, and that's all. That's what we have. Okay, this is also a locking knob. When you insert this short rod, for you to place your base station, your base. So you know, you have to make sure that as you are setting, everything that needed to be tight properly are properly fixed. So that you will not endanger the equipment. There is a quote that even if there is an accident, you have to protect the equipment first before you protect yourself. So for such not to happen, for you not to endanger the equipment, so you have to make sure that all these things are properly tightened. So as you can see that I've tightened this thing now, so this one can't move. It can't move. So I'm still going to show you how to set up the equipment. I'm going to go through that very briefly now, because I'm through with the components part. Sorry for rushing. Let me take out the battery. Okay, let me still do it, because I'm still going to use it. So that's that about the components part. So I'm just going to go through the setup right now. I'm just going to set up within few minutes, then we are through. So